Hi, my name is Payton, and I've been researching for a while about bears. I am really passionate about bears, and I always wanted to learn pretty much all the basic types, and I also wanted to learn some that most people don't know about. So what I did was I created this website where I have pretty much all the basics and a few that are a little bit mysterious. Like, here's one called the Atlas bear. Some people don't know about it because the Atlas bear is extinct. Let me read a little bit from this page. Atlas bear is extinct. It was the only native bear to Africa. Some people believe it's still alive, now called the Nandy bear. Here's a video about Atlas bears. This video explains almost everything about what happened to them. There were so many. It's said that the last known species was probably killed by hunters in the 1870s in the Rift Mountains. There are many things that most people don't know about the Atlas bear. But the weirdest thing was it was on the list of bears, and it was extinct. It got extinct in 1870. So most people don't know about that bear. There are tons of bears here, and my favorite is personally the giant panda. When I was researching this, I found out a lot, and some things I couldn't even believe. Like, it takes 28 pounds of bamboo to satisfy a giant panda's daily dietary needs. It's just crazy how much things you can learn just by researching for a little bit of time. I have many things on my website that I like to have, like my special thanks. There are many websites that I used, some that I even use their words, but of course you have to give credit for them. So what I did was I gave some credit on this page. There's this awesome one called Bears of the World, and I loved using that website. I have a special thanks for them because I use theirs the most. But I also used National Geographic and Wikipedia. Those are the three websites I usually use. Because all the other websites, I don't know if I can trust. Wikipedia, I can't trust so well. But National Geographic's a good website, and this Bears of the World, they've got like every single bear in the world on it. Alright, some people don't know the full name is the Aztec black bear. Usually people just call it black bear, but when I was researching, I found out the Aztec black bear is the same as the black bear. So, they live in North America. They're known for climbing trees. They mostly eat grass, roots, berries, insects, and fish. Black bears can actually be the colors black, blue, gray, blue, black, brown, and cinnamon color, or even very rarely white. When winter comes, black bears stay in their dens, feeding on their own body fat that had built up over the summer, all fall by eating. There's many things about these bears, and some are weird facts. Here's the polar bear page. Everyone knows that they live in the Arctic, but there are some things you don't know. Like, did you know that polar bears have fur on their feet? Under their thick fur is black skin. And the diet of a polar bear is mostly seal, though they only eat the fat of the seal. They don't really like the rest of the parts. They have no natural enemies. They are the king of the Arctic. I'm only going to tell a tiny bit of each thing because, well, if I told everything about these bears, then we'd be here for a while. This is a sloth bear page. As you can see, they are adorable. Sloth bears live in South Asia. They like to eat insects mostly, ants, and termites. They also eat fruit sometimes and flowers, including mango, fig, and ebony. Sloth bears have a nickname called honey bears. The reason they are called this is because they knock down beehives and suck the honey out of them. Through about 6 to 7 months, female sloth bears give birth in an underground den. They give birth to a litter or two. Sloth bears stand on their hind legs and show their claws when threatened. Alright, next is the sun bears. And these guys have a weird pattern. The sun bears are the smallest bear. They live in lowlands areas of Southeast Asia. Sun bears eat at night. They eat fruits, berries, roots, insects, and small birds. And, this is disgusting, lizards and rodents. They have extreme sense of smell and extremely long calls. Females make nests and give birth to 1 or 2 cubs. The cubs can't move for about 2 months. A fact that I know, not from this, but from like a magazine, is that when sun bears are born, they're about the size of a pencil. It's pretty amazing, but they are really small creatures. It's like when you have a newborn kitten, it fits into your hand. If it's like really, really newborn, it's the size of your palm. It's like that, except for even more smaller. I already told you a little about the giant panda, so we're going to the spectacled bear. This one has some similarities to some other bears. The spectacled bear lives in Andean jungles in South America. Some people think it's continent's only bear. These bears are among the smallest members of the Ursidae family. These bears can climb as high as 14,000 feet. These bears are mostly seen in rainforests to steppe lands or coastal deserts. They are veterinarians and have a diet of berries, cacti, and honey. By the way, cacti means cactus. It's just a funny way of saying it. Sometimes they do eat meat like rodents, birds, insects, and very rarely small cows. Which I know seems weird, but it's true. It's also the same as brown bears eat elk, baby elk. Alright, we'll read a little about the grizzly bear. Some people think that the brown bear and the grizzly bear are the same thing. Really, they're different. So, the grizzly bear lives in North America. They usually are seen hanging out by fishing spots, catching salmon. During winter rest, females usually give birth. Often they are twins. The diet of a grizzly bear is mostly nuts, berries, fish, fruit, leaves, roots, and sometimes rodents or moose. Grizzly bears are powerful and are at the top of the food chain predators. We only have about 2 more to research, and then I'll tell you a little about how I make my website nice and fun. Here's Kodiak Bear. I actually copied and pasted this, but of course I have the website URL right here. I started running out of ideas to put on here. So what I started doing was looking for really good websites and using their stuff, but giving them lots and lots of credit. I even have a whole page with this website. So, the Kodiak Bear is one of the very few bears still living. They live in Kodiak Archipelago, which I believe is how they get their name. They like to hang out in the mostly water, though they still hang out in land and snow. Kodiak bears are the largest subspecies of brown bears. Some people believe they have been alive since the last ice age. Okay, and here is the last bear I will talk about today, which is the Himalayan black bear. This bear is a rare species of Aztec black bear. These bears are big-time omnivore creatures. They'll eat almost everything, and yet they mostly eat acorns, nuts, fruit, honey, roots, and various insects such as termites and beetle larvae. These bears have been forbidden since 1977 because of poaching. So you learned about 2 extinct bears, and then tons of other bears. Now, I really want to show you some more things about this bear, the Atlas bear. This I actually got shown some researching about. The pictures are like, it's just amazing. All these are drawings. None of them are real. All drawn. Because yeah, this bear is extinct. Thank you so much for learning about the bears with me today, and I really hope you had a good time. One more thing I want to show you is some things that I would personally think you should always put on the website. If you have a homepage, you should always put a picture of what you're researching. If you use certain websites, then you have to put it on your homepage, and you definitely want to give them credit. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of comments you don't want. Also, there's one bear I want to tell you a little bit more about. I never finished about giant pandas. They only live in mountain regions in central China, which is wet and cool areas with bamboo. Panda may climb as high as 13,000 feet to feed on the higher slopes in summer seasons. After a month of pregnancy, females give birth to 1 or 2 cubs. The mom cannot take care of both cubs. The cub only weighs ounces and cannot crawl until the age of 5 months. I don't know what they do with the other cub. I hope they keep both cubs. I think they do, but they might not. Well, thank you so much for learning about bears today, and I hope it helped you learn a lot more. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to write even more bears and have every single type of bear on here. But if I was doing every single type of bear, the extinct ones, the ones that were kind of qualified a bear, I would be doing this for a while. Thank you for learning about pretty much the main type of bears, and thank you so much for learning about some extinct ones. I'm just going to tell you really quickly what my question was. My question was, what are the different species of bears and what are their characteristics? Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned more about bears.